Good afternoon, ladies and gents. Happy Friday, guys. I'm super excited to be back here on a Fit Tip Friday. All of my followers that rock multi-sport, my endurance athletes, hello, I miss you guys. Thank you for great questions as always and great topics of discussion. My Instagram followers on my personal account, miss you guys as well. And my YouTubers, guys, super happy to be back. Life got busy, but we're back and we have tons of amazing topics to discuss. So what I want to do with you guys is the month of September, since we just started, let's go ahead and talk about hydration. This is a very common topic of discussion. We have visited, we have discussed many great things regarding hydration, but all of these more specific questions keep coming my way from my clients and from athletes that I work with. So I figured that I would dedicate the month of September to hydration, and what we're gonna do is a 4-part video. So this is part 1, and what we're gonna talk about today, guys, we're gonna be talking about electrolytes. Many of us are familiar with the term electrolytes as far as they come in sports drinks, some foods and some beverage contain them. They're important for hydration and therefore athletic performance, but there is a lot more to electrolytes than that. So let's go ahead and break it down. I'm gonna start by giving you the definition of electrolytes. So the term electrolyte refers to a chemical that when dissolved in water has an electric charge to it. So it's very important, right? They have an electric charge. So in terms of nutrition, when it comes down to electrolytes, these are essential minerals that carry that electric charge. Some of those are gonna be sodium, calcium, potassium, phosphate, magnesium. Those are some of the more, I don't wanna say common, but some of the electrolytes that your body uses the most, and they play maybe a bigger role when it comes down to movement and athletic performance and things of that nature. So with that being said, guys, what is the function of electrolytes in the body? Electrolytes are going to balance your basic and acidic pH levels, which is very important. They're going to also control and balance out your nervous system, your nervous response, of course, very important. And of course, to all my athletes, the one that we're looking for here, it's going to help your body stay hydrated. So, guys, moving on. As far as how can I get electrolytes? Well, most of us know about sports drinks. We have all kinds of sports drinks, all kinds of oral supplements that we can use for electrolytes. If you are a person that eats a pretty healthy, well-balanced diet, you may not have the necessity to supplement with some of these electrolyte supplements, because you should be able to get most of the electrolytes that you need from your food and from your beverage, from those intakes. However, if you are a elite performing high performance athlete, such as an endurance athlete or a football player, soccer player, tennis, right? Any of the sports where your body depletes of these essential minerals that are electrolytes. So what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna either supplement that via food, making sure that the foods that you're consuming and the beverages you're consuming have higher count of electrolytes, or you can also go to a home remedy, home kit recipes that I will be discussing towards the end of this video. Also, anyone that is suffering from chronic dehydration, this will also come in handy. These are the type of cases where we do want to pay a close attention to electrolytes and make sure that they are abundant in the body and that you have enough to either perform or to recover from an illness or chronic dehydration. So let's move on, guys. I want to talk to you about prevention, okay? How do I practically implement these electrolytes into my average routine? Well, I'm gonna share with you one of my smoothie recipes. I call it the Electro Smoothie, as you may, as the name, right, it just fits right. And it's very simple. You're gonna have, these are staples at most people's homes in their pantry. So we're gonna have coconut water, I would say about 6 to 8 ounces of coconut water. Then we're gonna have 1 banana. If you're not doing this on an everyday basis, 1 full banana, large size banana, it's gonna be just right, and it's gonna add that sweetness to the smoothie. We're gonna have avocado. I would suggest to do maybe 1/4 of a cup of avocado for someone that's, maybe not as active at the moment or are just going under a recovery period. And spinach and kale, as much as you want of that, that has a lot more than just electrolytes, correct? Very high content of fiber and antioxidants on dark leafy greens. And last but not least, everyone's favorite, some sort of nut butter, almond butter, peanut butter, cashew butter, and or seeds. We're talking about chia seeds, hemp seeds, sunflower seeds. So those are going to be great sources. Those are going to be things that are usually abundant at home, somewhat of a staple for most people, especially for those that are following some sort of athletic program. Make sure to do a smoothie that contains those ingredients. You can mix and match, doesn't have to be that a specific recipe, but make sure to implement it in somewhat of a routine to make sure that our electrolyte count is gonna be accurate and is gonna be where it needs to be for elite level performance. However, prevention is the best way to remain hydrated, to remain, abundant of electrolytes, to have abundance of them. However, if you go through a hard training session, you maybe were not prepared as far as hydration goes, or you hadn't been eating any of these foods that are rich in electrolytes, here's what we do. There's a 911 emergency kit that I call, okay? And this is gonna be my emergency kit. This is definitely something that I wanna say most people keep in their homes. We have 3 ingredients, easy ones. And again, this is for emergency cases when you know for a fact that you are dehydrated and therefore you can, that's an indication of electrolyte being very, very, very low. So we're gonna have 1 liter of water, 1 liter, no more than that. 6 teaspoons of sugar, granulated sugar, your choice of sugar, and a half a teaspoon of salt. This is gonna bring you right back up to a healthy balance. And again, this is emergency kit. The way to go is to prevent. We don't wanna have to get down to the emergency kit, but if that does happen, then go ahead and follow that recipe. I highly recommend that it gets you right back up to speed, and all of a sudden you feel well again. So guys, some of the beverages and foods that are high in electrolytes are quite easy to incorporate in a average routine when it comes down to your foods. We have bananas, we have, like I said, dark leafy greens, spinach, kale, any of those. We're gonna have beans and lentils are gonna be high in electrolytes, in these essential nutrients. Coconut milk is one of my go-tos. That's probably one of my #1 sources of electrolytes, because it's naturally, keyword, low in sugar. So if you go to the store and you purchase a coconut water and this has 16-20 grams of sugar, those are added sugars. Let's make sure that we get the ones that are more of a pure form, like a raw form of coconut water. We can get them at many stores carry them. Just pay attention to the label, because the taste doesn't necessarily match the natural taste most of the times. It's enhanced. Without any more deviation. The last but not least is cow milk. For those of you that consume dairy, cow milk is high in calcium, it's gonna be high in magnesium, and it's also high in sodium. So those are some of the more essential minerals and electrolytes that come in milk. For those of you that do drink cow milk and consume dairy products, Greek yogurt, cheese, those are great sources. Ladies and gents, I really hope that you have now a better understanding of the importance of electrolytes in the human body. Remember that these are little substances that carry an electric charge. And an electric charge, the body relies on a small bit of current, that charge, in order for a lot of bodily functions, including our heartbeat, including how we communicate from cell to cell. It goes down to the cellular level, and we would probably need another hour and a whole other video in order to cover that topic. But please make sure to comment below any comments, any suggestions, any topics of discussion that you would like to hear from, or if you have any questions regarding this one, the electrolytes, please let me know. I'll give you a little hint. Part 2, we're going to be talking about electrolytes versus water. This is going to be a great one, but I will say no more. I'm gonna hold my tongue. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's been great. It's good to be back. Expect these videos coming every Friday for Fit Tip Friday. All kinds of topics of discussion when it comes down to nutrition and wellness. Julian Cascante, thank you again, guys, for tuning in, and stay tuned for some more great content coming up.